In the 1st century before Christ, Rome stood at the height of its power. Its armies stretched across continents. Its laws shaped the lives of millions. Yet beneath the marble and order, tension brewed. The Republic, built on balance and restraint, was being tested by ambition. And from within this vast empire, one figure would rise above all others. Julius Caesar was not born a king. He earned his power through conquest. In Gaul, his victories brought unimaginable wealth and glory. His soldiers adored him. His name spread far beyond the battlefield. To the people, he was a hero. To the Senate, he was becoming something far more dangerous. In Rome itself, Caesar was welcomed not as a servant of the Republic, but as its savior. He spoke to the poor, rewarded veterans, and promised reform. The masses listened. Power was no longer confined to the Senate chambers. It now lived in the streets. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, he broke Roman law. It was an act of defiance that could not be undone. With that single step, civil war became inevitable. The Republic would either survive him or be consumed by him. Within the Senate, fear replaced confidence. Caesar's victories had upset the delicate balance of power. Senators spoke of tradition, of law, of liberty, but beneath their words lay something else: fear of losing control. When Caesar accepted the title of dictator for life, the illusion of the Republic shattered. No Roman had held such authority before. To some, it meant stability. To others, it was tyranny in all but name. Omens were whispered about. Dreams disturbed sleep. Even Caesar was warned to be cautious. But power has a way of dulling fear, and Rome moved closer to a point of no return. Among Caesar's closest allies was Brutus, a man torn between loyalty and principle. To him, the Republic was more than a system. It was Rome itself, and he began to believe that Caesar had to die for it to survive. In silence and shadow, the conspiracy took shape. Words were chosen carefully. Trust was fragile. Each man knew the risk. Failure meant death. Success would change history. They swore not to speak of the plan, not to hesitate, not to fail. The Senate, once a place of debate, was preparing for murder. The date was chosen carefully. The Ides of March, a Senate session, public, unavoidable. Caesar would come unarmed, and Rome would witness its future being decided in blood. Despite warnings, Caesar remained confident. He trusted those around him, including the men who had already decided his fate. On the morning of March 15th, Caesar entered the Senate as he always had, powerful, unafraid, unaware that every step brought him closer to death. The first blade struck without warning. Chaos followed. Voices shouted. Steel flashed. The Senate became a place of terror. When Caesar saw Brutus among the attackers, resistance ended. Betrayal cut deeper than any blade. In that moment, Rome's greatest leader understood he was truly alone. Julius Caesar lay dead at the feet of the Republic he had reshaped. The conspirators believed they had saved Rome. They were wrong. The people did not celebrate. They mourned. Caesar's death ignited rage. The streets turned against the Senate. Order collapsed. Mark Antony's speech transformed grief into fury. With words alone, he shattered the conspirators' cause. Rome demanded vengeance. Civil war followed. The Republic never recovered. What was meant to preserve freedom instead destroyed it. From Caesar's blood rose an empire. His heir would become Augustus, Rome's first emperor. The Republic was gone. But Caesar's legacy would shape history for centuries.